Happy birthday, by the way. It was last week.
Yeah, good looking, man.
How was it? Did you get fucked up?
I think I did like 4 or 5 birthday parties. So I went from Hong Kong, and then I ended it in, I ended the 5th one in Dallas. Dallas Cowboys did some private birthday parties for me with bitches and shit like that. So. And they actually won I forgot who they were battling. Oh, they were battling the Redskins, and they beat the Redskins. So the party was even iller.
Right.
But Snoop Dogg came to my party in L.A., Too Short.
Game, I saw Game.
Game came on the second party. She was crazy. Who else? Khloe Kardashian. What's her name was there with her girlfriend, Raven. They're like kissing behind me while I'm DJing. So it was a lot of like wild people came through, but the wild one was A$AP Ferg. He performed on the New York one, and that's the one I think I like maybe like 900 girls and like 200 dudes. It was crazy. It was like more girls than anything. So the video's out. So, but I do wild birthdays every year. Usually I do like 10 in a row, but this year I cut it down because I'm getting a little older.
Right.
So I'm keeping it like 5 or 6. I might have one little extra one this Sunday at Whip.
Get out of there.
Yeah, because it's A$AP Ferg's birthday now. So we might do a rejoined moisturizing birthday party. But other than that, my birthday is over. I did it and I'm going. And even on my show, I had like porn stars on my show.
So
the whole Walking Dead cast, they came through for my birthday. So, I had zombies and horrors. So it's like I combined the world of like music, movies, and hip hop and touring and eating well and culture, fashion. I found a way to mix everything. And you throw a little trap in there, a little house, and then hip hop, and then it all kind of like makes sense with me though. Everybody else probably couldn't do all that together, but I'll make it make sense.
How do you get along with all these people? Like you got fucking from rappers to actors to rich people from overseas and shit who really have power, that kind of power of who could have jets and shit like that. Like Saudi Arabia, do you know?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a regular human being, so it's like, I'm a humble guy, so a lot of people think I'm cool, and I treat people with respect. So respect is number one. It's not like I'm going out there acting like I'm the shit, especially if I'm in like Saudi or I'm in Kazakhstan or I'm in India. It depends on where. This is like a foreign country to me, so I'm not gonna go there and act like I'm the shit. I treat you just like you treat me. You're two equal individuals, And then as long as you don't get me pissed off, pay me my fucking money. It's just an ABC thing. Like pay me, I'm happy, you're happy, I give you my services. But for some reason, it doesn't become that. It doesn't become that generic because people think I'm like cool. And over the years, I've become friends with a lot of promoters. That's why I get booked yearly, every year. Some reason, because they know that when I come, it's an easy show. People do come out, and then now, especially this year, they've been testing me with like Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and they've been like packed or sold out. So no more of like booking Whoo Kid like on the main Fridays and Saturdays. But in New York, our big days is like Thursday or Monday or Sunday. But overseas, they always use like the weekend to pack shit. But I was tested a couple times. I think I packed out Sydney on a Tuesday. It was kind of weird. I thought it was going to be dead. I wouldn't Instagram a whack party, but I was shocked there was like so much people there. So, I mean, maybe I guess because people listen to my radio show overseas because of the app and everything. So, and then having Eminem as a boss kind of like makes it even better. I tour DJ for 50 Cent, but Eminem is my boss on radio. So people always tune in overseas on their laptop or on their phones. And then they just can't believe that I'll be wilding out, cursing, whores, and then I'll have like a famous sports star. I even have like Tiny Tempa. I'll have Booba on my show. You know what I'm saying? I have anybody from overseas on my shit because it makes sense because people overseas is tuned in. I had the Prince of Saudi on there or Prince of Bahrain, and people just hear like wild interviews. Like you will never hear them talk like that anywhere else because CNN is not gonna ask a Saudi prince what kind of bitches they be fucking. They all they worry about is their oil or politics or, if they give the middle finger to Obama. They don't give a fuck about like the bitches and hip hop and the music and the parties. And that's where I come in. I show like the entertainment part of my world. I don't want to be like the political leader. I think I'm a little too old for that shit. There's other people that handle that. People always tell me that I should be like more of a leader, But that's not what I want to be. I just want to be the fun guy to hang with, you know. And then I respect everybody else, like the Russell Simmons and all those dudes that do the picket signs and all that. But that's just not me, man. I want to have fun until it's over. I'm not trying to be all that serious, you know. Because when I'm done, I said this before, I'm going to Thailand. I'm about a fucking house there. I'm gonna live on like $1 a day.
Yeah.
3 bitches in my house, cleaning, fucking me, and I'm just gonna disappear. Grow a beard maybe, probably like a really long beard, and I'm just gonna disappear. That's the life of Hoopla.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions, but I gotta ask them if they're true or not.
Go ahead.
I heard you saw Tupac in Jamaica, Queens.
Well, yeah, you know, he 'cause back then he was with Digital Underground, so so he used to get beats from Tall Stretch, who'd live like 2 houses away from me. So, you know, back in those days I had a curfew, so I had to stay in front of my house. I couldn't even leave my crib. You know, Haitian household. I was a Caribbean family, so I think I was getting whipped by my father. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I was getting whipped in the backyard, and then Tupac and Tall Stretch was walking by, and then Tupac with his Digital Underground, you know, they used to dress goofy and shit like that. So Stretch, I knew Stretch because, you know, he was my neighbor. So they just standing there watching me get whipped by my father. So, and then all I remember was like, God damn, he whipped the shit out of you. Like, and I was like, I had to kneel, because when you whip a Caribbean kid in a Haitian household, they make you kneel, and then you have to kneel in the sun in the backyard, and you have to say, and you know, I call my father Papi. So I was like, sorry, I had to say sorry, you know, pardon papi. So I had to keep saying sorry dad, until he tells me to get up. So I'm kneeling, and I just got whipped. I don't even know why I got whipped for.
That's some slavery shit, yo.
Maybe I didn't take a bath. I don't know. Maybe I didn't take a bath. I don't know what I did, but I got whipped the shit out of. They saw. That's the only connection I had with Pac, which was kind of fucked up. Like,
you remember that clearly and shit?
Super clear. I remember him laughing, because they stood there and laughed, because my backyard was open. It's like, you know, it's a driveway, and then there's a gate. And then, you know, you see, I mean, everybody used to get whipped and beat back then. So that's like that's like normal shit. But when you walking up and down the street, like they went to get a 40 ounce and Chinese food or whatever, and they just going back to the studio. So they just happened to just, oh, look at my neighbor getting whipped. So, and then that's the only connection. I never met Biggie, but Pac, that's the only connection I had with Pac. And that's it. And then it was like very embarrassing, but I mean, even back then, I never thought that I would be into hip hop. Because back then, who was thinking about that? Nobody's thinking about.
No, you was here when there was no hip hop.
I was around when there was nothing. I used to listen to fucking NXS and fucking, you know, like clubby music, not house, but like club, like Silent Morning and I Wake Up and You're Not By, like shit like that. Like I used to hang with Puerto Ricans in Jamaica Avenue. Like I used to go to, it's the big Jamaica, little Jamaica. So I used to go hang with Puerto Ricans, and all I heard was club music. So there was no hip hop. It was like, Here Comes the Rain Again. And then finally, Run DMC and Kool Moe Dee and all those, you know, Grandmaster Flash, they all started coming in, and they started performing at the park. So, and that's where, you know, I used to see El Cool J, because El Cool J lived on Linden, so he had to pass by my house to go to the park. And he was skinny. He used to get beat up all the time. That's why he got Diesel, to keep everybody away from him. But my block was like a very hip-hop orientated block. Even 50 used to come and terrorize the drug dealers on my block. But it's so funny, like I'm mowing my lawn, and you see 50 Cent smacking a drug dealer, but who would say that 10, 15 years later, I'll be DJing for him? So it's like, I'm mowing the lawn, and he's smacking a drug cat. He used to come in a mower, like, you know, the little baby ninjas, and he's he's a bully, you know what I'm saying? He was like 300 pounds too. So he just beat everybody up, whatever they owed him, or maybe some other bullshit he had with them or whatever. But imagine I'm mowing my lawn as he beating some kid up. And they used to call him Boo Boo. He wasn't even 50 at that time. So it's just fate is so weird. It's like, you know, and then DJ Clue, he lived like 2 blocks up from Murdoch. So that's the reason I got into mixtapes. You know, DJ Envy lived across from Clue. So Envy was more cool with me, and then he introduced me to Clue, and that's how I got into the mixtape stuff. But it's just like where I lived is like everybody was there. Steve Style, Red DMC lived in Hollis. So I used to see Russell Simmons in the park using drugs and all kind of shit. Like, he admitted that on my show too. Like, you know, I used to do a lot of heavy drugs at that same park that everybody performed at. You know what I'm saying? So damn,
I need to move out there, son, for real. Jamaica, Queens.
So I mean, you know, shit. You know,
I'm from Queens too. Like I'm from Jackson Heights.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
they be robbing cars over there like crazy.
Yeah,
I park my car over there.
There's a bunch of you could go.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
It's a bunch of
Like Spanish,
Yeah,
Puerto Ricans, and
Mexicans
I
and
went to
shit.
St. John's Prep, and I went to Astoria, so we had to pass by. You know, took the 7 train all the way by up in fucking, you know, the Jackson Heights bullshit. But we used to always get like beef over there about, you know, like the Spanish motherfuckers to fuck us up. But every time I park my car, they would rob my fucking system, steal my fucking hubcaps. I didn't have an ill car back then, so they used to rob my shit. Like, they used to steal my fucking windshield wipers. I was like, come on, man, like, windshield wipers? That's your fucking neighborhood.
Yo, what does it take for someone to meet Eminem?
Man, first of all, you have to be a person that's near Jesus Christ. If you didn't know Jesus Christ, you're never gonna see Eminem. If you don't know God, you're not gonna meet Eminem. Like, nobody meets Eminem. It took me like 4 or 5 years to be accepted as a friend from Eminem, and now me and him is homies.
Is there a waiting list?
A super waiting list. This shit's like around the corner. Like, if you don't know Jesus Christ or God or Mike Tyson, if you're cool with Mike Tyson, he loves Mike Tyson. And that's a secret I should never put out there, but Mike Tyson's like his super idol. But if you know Mike Tyson, maybe you could meet Eminem. But other than that, you're never gonna meet Eminem. I'm sorry.
Yo, give me a crazy groupie story. The craziest one you got.
The craziest groupie story is, damn, I could give you one. It was in Vancouver. I finally got fucking my first menage a trois. I finally got 2 bitches to fuck me or whatever on, I think it was like the tour we did with Jay-Z or whatever. So I finally got these 2 bitches to fucking fuck me, and then I had them in the room. But what I did is, Banks was next door to me, and Banks used to get all the bitches. So I was like, damn, I don't want these bitches to see Banks. So that's when I like, the stars was taking the girls, like 50 came in the room, your groupie leaves with 5th, or anybody who was a famous rapper. Like, Banks took everybody's bitch. So what I did is, Banks was fucking a girl next door, and then I fucking made the 2 girls go in front of his door to hear him. Like, he's fucking the shit out of some girl, and the girl's like, oh. I'm like, look at this dirtbag, man. You see, he's fucking some chick, right? That's crazy, right? And the chicks would get like mad, oh, Banks is a piece of shit. I can't believe he's fucking some bitch like that. He's disrespecting her. I was like, yeah, this bitch just came out of nowhere. He just fucks her like that. What kind of guy would do that? You know, and I show these girls love. I bought them food. I bought them champagne. You know, I told them to raid my mini bar, so they're going crazy. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to have the best fucking menage. I already solidified the Banks thing. So if Banks come in my room, then, you know, maybe they're not going to leave with Banks. But sure enough, I let these dumb bitches hear Banks. So Banks is finished. So Banks hears I have 2 bitches in the room. And this is not even like, this is like 30 minutes after he fucked this chick. He comes in my room, and then the bitches leave with Banks. They still left me after I let them hear Banks fuck a bitch. Like, I was like, what kind of shit is that? Like, that tells you how the groupies out there don't give a fuck about shit. Fuck you. I had 2 bad bitches, and Banks just stole it from me. And to this day, I went through war with Banks. You know what I'm saying? We used to have like menage battles, like triple menage, 4 girls, 3 girls. And I got this thing called the pancakes where I stack the girls. That shit's hilarious. I just stack the bitches and shit. So I started that, by the way, and then everybody else tried to copy my shit.
Right.
But groupies are easy now. But the thing I like about groupies is like when you leave, it's like you're sharing groupies with Drake. You're sharing, because I know a girl that fuck like, it's just intervals. Whoever's in tour, it's like rotation. So I go fuck like Tiger's girl when I go to Paris. And then when I go to like Germany, I go fuck, you know, like Meek Mill bitch. Like, but they all like wait until the next person comes and they choose certain people they fuck. But it's like you're dating them because of the tour. It's like you'll be my girl for these 2-3 days, and then you'll be fucking Drake's girl for like a week or 2 when he's there. Like, that shit's whack though, but that's reality, man. That's why it's better to just have some bitch and fucking, like, you know, that don't speak English and just, like, don't know shit about nothing, because the groupies are the worst.
Isn't that kind of hard though? Like, cause all these girls come to you because you're rich, you're famous, or whatever you wanna say.
We don't care. Like, a lot of famous people don't give a fuck, because we're not out there trying to be serious. We just want to have a good time.
Right.
We love Europe more, like, especially Europeans. They want to have a good time too. It's not like, I don't even think they're that much of a groupie. I think they just want to have a good time. And then it's just the fact that we're in town, and usually it's a boring where they're at. Because I went somewhere in Norway the other day. It was like farmland and chickens. So it's like, you go there, and it's like, what's happening? So they just want to have a good time, all out good time. When we leave, who cares? They're like, fuck it, you know, because it's not like groupies in America where they're just like trying to get you for your money, they're trying to get pregnant, or, you know, they want money from you, blah, blah, blah. But in Europe, you know, chicks want to go to, they want their education, you know, they're not worried about, like, sometimes they don't even give a fuck, you know, because they know, like, it's temporary, you know, but over here, forget about it, man. They want to fucking marry you, they want to fucking, they'll pop your condom, you don't even know what's going on, like.
Has that ever happened to you? Like,
No.
I'm pretty sure you use protection though, right?
Yeah, of course.
You always have your guns with you when you're with your girl.
Yeah, I mean, you know, unless it's like, you know, some incredible, like, if it's Halle Berry, I'll fuck her raw, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't Halle Berry, so I'll fuck her raw.
Yeah. Yo, how hard is it for Eminem to deal with fame? Because I know he spoke about it in some songs. And I'm pretty sure he can't go outside like a normal person.
He knows he can't go outside, but he's cool with it. I mean, he's always been like, I remember when I took him around in Hawaii one time. We went to Diamond Head, and then we went to the movie theater. But Hawaii was the only place that nobody knew who he was. Like, we went up the mountain, and nobody said, what's up? He was like, she was like the weirdest shit. And I was like, yo, you seriously, you gonna walk up fucking Diamond Head? He's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, all right. They're a little crazy, you know. Hawaiian dudes are 300 pounds, they'll fucking squeeze you and pop you and stuff like that. So I was like, but nobody said what's up. Nobody, and then we went to the movie theater, nobody hollered at. We went like in the movie theater, walked through, went, sat down, watched a movie. But I don't know why, he's very like bugged out like everywhere he goes. That's why he used to have like fake M&Ms. Like he had like a dude called Partial. I used to go out and then he'd go the other way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Partial in years, but we used to take Partial to clubs and trick clubs. Like they used to pay like for walkthroughs, but it'd be Partial. And he was like a twin of Eminem, like super twin. But I'm sure by now he doesn't seem to be like annoyed by it. You know, like he's cool. He just don't like talking to people because he feels like, I don't know, he feels like people always want something from him.
Right.
So he only talks to people he knows, like people that's cool with him. So, you know, R.I.P. Proof is like his best friend. But even like when we used to go on tour, when I first went on tour with Eminem, I never annoyed him. We never used to like, yo, what up, kid? Like, you know, like be groupies around him. So just give him the space, and then eventually it organically made sense. But that's how you win him over. And then, you know, people always thought I was an idiot, I was a comedian. And then eventually, you know, Eminem and Paul hired me for their radio station because I guess I was cool. I don't know. So they don't just hire anybody. So.
Yeah. So let's say like, if he was walking down the hallway,
he'll come here and beat me up or fuck with me. Like he's more of like a kiddie, cool motherfucker. Like his mindset is more like, you know, like he's not like the guy that you see in videos where he's talking about killing and all that crazy. But he's really like he's more into his family. He cares about his daughter. Like he'll cancel like a tour and just hang with his daughter. He don't give a fuck about. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, I heard one time.
About his daughter.
Yeah, I heard one time he canceled to go to the war show to hang out with his daughter.
Yeah, I mean, family first, and then but that's how he is though. And then it makes sense because I know, but to some people it probably wouldn't make sense because it's like, oh, $100 million tour, you cancel that, but you just don't know him. Like he'll stop whatever he's doing for a family. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always lived like that. Because even like back, he came from where there was shit, there was nothing. So he kind of like cherishes like any friendship that he has. He cherishes everyone individually, but he's not gonna fucking make new friends. He don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So just don't try to get near him. You're not gonna get past his bodyguards anyway. Bodyguards is like bigger than his room, so you're not gonna get past the bodyguards. But I had to get cool with the bodyguards, cool with the friends, cool with everybody, and then you know eventually I'm in. But I feel sorry for people that just don't know him like the way I do. But
so it's hard to get like if a fan saw him. Or to get a picture?
Nah, you're not getting no photo from you're not gonna pass the security.
Right.
So security's gonna squeeze you, put you in a fucking little. They got this little bag they throw the fans in, and they just throw the bag out in the street.
Yeah.